Welcome to Timpanogos. We have Lindsay and Tabby today joining us on our Timpanogos journey. Here we go. We're starting Timpanogos Cave hike. It is 1.5 miles up, and some areas are very steep, is what they just told us. And so we will probably be getting out of breath here very soon, I would imagine. The elevation is going to be up, up, and up. Here we go, the lovely view of Timpanogos. We're just getting started.
Oh goodness, there's a bench.
And there's already a resting bench in case you need it. Here we go, next segment. Very easy for rock falling. Now they told us the lines in the road or the trail, yellow and red, are the most places where there's falling rock. So do not stop in these areas. So we'll just keep going. We're still going. Here's the yellow and red. We don't want to stop. It is late September and the temperature is probably, I don't know, 67-ish. But of course, as you go up, you're gonna get hot. Still climbing. Now when you get here and you buy your ticket for Timpanogos, you have about 1.5 hours to climb up to get your scheduled time for the cave tour. So by the time you get to the top, you clearly need that rest. So still working our way up. Making our way up to Timpanogos, to the cave tour still. Here's just a viewpoint you can see. Now we chose to do the cave tour today, which is $12 per person. If you want to do other cave tours, like they have a night, like a nightlight cave tour in the evening, that's a few more dollars. But if you just want to come for their cave tour during the daytime, it's $12 a person. Say hi, Tabs.
Hi.
The view from our trail, and we made it to number 6. Many switchbacks to go. So thanks for joining us on our Timpanogos hike today. Just another point of interest of part of Utah, and another one of our famous hikes that we like to do even though we get out of breath. Here we are back to the yellow and red lines where you don't want to stop because of free falling rock, and a mini tunnel with a gate. We are not at the top yet, and actually I don't even think we're halfway there. Oh, and there's number 8. I really don't know how many numbers there are because they were out of pamphlets to tell us. So we're just going. Thanks for enjoying the view with us.
History.
More history. Now, if you like a good workout, Timpanogos Cave Monument is definitely a good one. Little kids can do it too, but it'll take a little bit longer. There's some resting benches on the way in between, but I would recommend, if you brought your little ones, to also bring your patients, because it's steep, it's uphill, and you'll probably want to stop and take a break. And watch out for these yellow and red lines on the trail. And the views. They have a little bit of fencing, but again, if you're not careful, you could, if you're not following the rules of the trail, you will be in danger. Now the views from Timpanogos Trail are fantastic. Look at that. Down there you can see the freeway. And then this is behind. It's coming from there, all the way up there. Now I'll tell you a little tidbit of why recently we are doing more hikes than usual. Because there is a 4-day celebration in the Netherlands. Now if any of you know the name of that celebration, please comment below. But there's a 4-day walk in the Netherlands that if you complete, you get a medal, which I am so looking forward to. And so really these hikes are a way of training and helping us get used to when we're working towards that walk in the Netherlands. So please comment below if you've done that walk in the Netherlands and you know the name of it. We made it halfway, number 10, which tells us there's 20 numbers. So we're halfway there. And some footprints on the trail. Now there is no gate on this part of the trail, so you don't want to fall down there. Now we have seen quite a few people today hiking this trail, and people of all ages. So we even saw some people with little children that I'd say were probably the under age of 5. So it's very doable. It just takes a minute. And if some of you have seen some of my previous videos of hiking, and I mentioned my friend who doesn't like to hike, I have yet to have her come on a hike with me. Still working on it. Some more views of our Timpanogos Trail. We're not quite at the top yet for the cave tour. We thought we would show you the realistic part of the hike. You know, sometimes you see the videos beginning, end, or the professional production videos. If you'd like to share our hikes with us, like and subscribe, and we would love to share more adventures with you. We are almost there. If you look up above just a little bit, there is the cave entrance where we will start our cave tour. And there goes Tabby running up the hill as the rest of us are walking very slowly. So before we start our cave tour, which is in just a few minutes, it's very cold inside. I think the sign said like 45 degrees. So you want to be sure to bring at least a light jacket when you come and do the hike. So we are ready. But before we go in, here is the last view of the outside of the cave. And we have Lindsay and Tabby with us today.
Or the length of a football field. At the end of it, there is a small lake, a small cave lake. And Martin Hansen actually gave personal tours of this cave for a couple of years. He would lead people back that way to see it. And we do still have an introduction to limestone. Limestone's a very common cave-forming rock. You find a lot of caves in limestone because it can be dissolved by acidic water. I'll go flowing down the sides of the walls. Now, as I said, this tunnel was completed in 1937, so we know exactly how long this has been growing for, about 90 years. And this is all we have in 90 years. Guess why they're in a straight line here?
Is that a fault?
Yeah, so there is a crack in the rocks through here, otherwise known as a fault line. And this fault line runs through this entire cave, and we have a number of fault lines throughout our caves, and these are actually really crucial.
And then I see your face through this.
The most delicate formations that we have in the caves, so it's great that we have so much of it preserved here as well. I think it's pretty beautiful. Now, the first explorers, as I said, when they came down, they were descending though into darkness. They only had lanterns with them, and I would like to show you what true darkness in a cave looks like. First though, we're going to keep walking down these stairs. Please watch your step. Either turn off or close any phones, watches, flashlights, just so that there won't be any light generated. It's above us. And through here, we actually think this used to be a lake of its own. We have some clues for this, such as, for instance, the stalactites above here. What are we missing?
I didn't realize we had an hour and a half to get up here. You would have been sitting there for like 45 minutes. That's insane. Oh. I forgot there was a door. I did. I think most people did that.
So, we are going to enter the third cave on our tour, Timput Cave. There are some lower formations, so please watch your head. But otherwise, welcome. Watching.
Wow. That is cool.
That is,
It's interesting how different they form.
it's gotta be what's coming through on the rock, right?
Watch your heads here, guys. Use the handrail on your right if you need it. And then just please gather on the steps. Estimated to be about 4,000 pounds or 2 tons. And it is about 5.5 feet tall. So if anyone here is 5.5 feet or shorter, this stalactite is taller than you are. And it is a composite stalactite. This means it is multiple stalactites that have actually grown to join together, which is part of the reason why it's so large. So that is where they get their name. Up above us here on the wall, just for a feature, forms when water is flowing down against a side of a wall, usually at an angle, and it creates more of a kind of fin shape like we're seeing here. And these actually have some alternating colors in it. You might see some of these colors in these layers. And when they do, we actually call it So up here, you might have already noticed this orange color we're seeing on the formations. This has earned it the name Caramel Falls, or Caramel Falls if you'd like. It is not caramel though, please do not lick it, it will not taste good. The reason for that is because it's actually iron. So,
I don't think there's a bottom to that.
looks like everyone made it through 13 stitches, good job.
Thanks for joining us on our Timpanogos cave tour. We have now exited and working our way down. Much easier to go downhill, but again, it's 1.5 miles, but I'm sure it won't take us nearly as long to go down as it did to come up. It took us probably about 1 hour and 10 minutes, I think, on our way up. So we'll see how long it takes us to go down. Just really stunning of how high we are up. It's a little breezy, which is good because it's not really a cold breeze, so it's just enough to blow your hair, cool you down, and work your way down the trail. Making our way back down from the tour of the cave, but you can definitely see the trail that we were on, that we will be on again, and seeing other people coming up. So here we are. But going down is definitely much easier than going up.
In the back of my mind, you guys, I didn't cry.
Here's the mini tunnel we saw coming up, and we're going to take a video on the way down, just so you can enjoy it with us. It's literally just a mini 1-second tunnel. Here we go. We made it to the end of our trail, of our tour of Timpanogos Cave. On the way down, it took us about 45 minutes, half the time of going up. And there's Tabby, here's a parking lot. We are at the very end. So thanks for joining us today. See you next time.